we're gonna do a good morning. This movement is a hinge movement, and this really helps to prep the body for things like a Romanian deadlift or a conventional deadlift. So this is helping you learn to bend at the waist and push your glutes and push your hips back behind you. So these can be done in a couple of different ways. You can do these again, just body weight only. I like to incorporate these body weight only options is in as part of my warm up, but I also will do these with weights as part of main sets too. So I'm going to show you from this side. We're going to be standing, feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart here. So we're opening up those feet a little bit. You want a nice, strong, solid base. We're going to start off with a body weight only option. I will take my hands back up behind my head. Same thing that we've talked about before. You want to make sure, tuck those hips under, tuck your glutes under a little bit. Hands are going to be back here. We're thinking about folding only at the waist. So folding, pushing your hips and your glutes back. You're going to come down to that flat back position, and then you're going to come back up into a standing position. So you're going to push back, little pause, and then come back up to the top. As you come back up to the top, I really want you to activate your glutes, really squeeze your butt together as you come into that standing position. I, a lot of times, will do my workouts barefoot or in shoes that have a very, very flat bottom to them. I like that my feet are able to spread out onto the floor and I can really use my feet for balance. A lot of times with our running shoes or more cushioned shoes, you're going to have that instability because of that higher sole of the sneaker or that cushion underneath you. So I would suggest that you either do these barefoot in your socks or do them with some shoes that have a very minimal drop to them, meaning that they are pretty much flat on the bottom. So with that, that good morning, same thing here. If you want to use a wall, sometimes I will go back towards a wall, maybe stand about a foot's length away or maybe 2 feet away from it. But what you'll do then, you'll put those hands behind your head. This will force you, as you're pushing your glutes and your butt back, to tap that wall. Once you tap it, you come back up into that standing. That really helps you to think about pushing back versus just falling forward. So this is like I said, that's something that we'll practice this now, just so that way it helps in that hinge movement for any future movements. If you opt to use weights, you have a couple of different ways you can do this. You can hold 2 weights at your sides or at your shoulders. So you can always fold with the weights here and come back up. My preferred way that I like to do this, if I am going to add weight to it, is holding it at my chest. And depending on what weights I use for this or what weight of dumbbell, sometimes I'll actually hug it across my chest this way, folding my arms. So you can keep it here. That way you just got a nice bit of control on it. Tuck those hips under, fold, push those glutes back, pause, squeeze as you come up to standing. You also have an option where you can take this back behind your head. I don't want you to rest it on your neck though, so I don't want you resting it on your neck. Sort of back here behind you on your traps, you're gonna have it there, and you're gonna fold, holding that dumbbell nice and steady, and then come back into standing, squeezing those glutes at the top.